It's midsummer, and the castaways are in high spirits. After the trauma and upheaval surrounding Ron Cops's time on the island, the mood of the community is up. Ben is taking time out with his companion Inca to make use of a recently built raft.
Good girl. I'm the happiest I've been since coming here. The weather makes a huge difference. But everything just seems really rosy and happy, and everyone's getting on better. And I love it here. I love it here.
It's now 4 weeks since Ron's dramatic departure.
And the atmosphere in the village at the moment is really calm. It's really, really calm. People are very relaxed. Some of that's to do with the weather. Some of that is obviously to do with the fact that Ron left as well.
And the speed of his departure was quite astounding and very, very fast. It's as if, to use a metaphor, you've got like two tectonic plates that have just so much intention and suddenly shift. And suddenly we're in a period post-earthquake.
I'm happy, sun's shining, the world's a good place today, and I'm looking forward to Visitors Week.
Visitors Week!
The castaways are now getting ready for one of the biggest events of their year. Friends and family are being allowed to join the community for an official open week. They will have to adapt to the challenges of community life, including the compost toilets.
Putting signs up so the visitors know where to poo, and we.
How do you think they're going to react to our toilets?
Well, I think they're going to find the toilets absolutely horrific.
I am really excited. We've got our best mates coming, and then your other best mates coming, and my sister, and I just can't wait.
I'm really looking forward to seeing them. It'll be nice to show them what we've done, what we've accomplished.
But it's going to be so good just to see familiar faces and have conversations about things that aren't about here. I mean, like at tea time the other day, we were all sat talking, and I started laughing, and she kind of listened to us. And all we talked about was cows and carrots and aubergines.
It's strange because it's exciting, but it's a strange thought that they're going to be coming to this island, I suppose. Only because it's been such a intensive home for me for the last 7 months.
Ben's parents are among the first to arrive on the neighbouring island of Harris, from where they get their first glimpse of Taransay.
And Julia's been jumping up and down since we got to Stornoway, saying, he's just over there, I want to get on a helicopter and go now.
Look, he is, he's just over there. I can't.
Many of us have had to justify to people back home why we're doing this, and now they're going to come and see for themselves and make their own judgment. Are we actually completely mad, or is there some valid purpose here?
Looking forward to a very good week. It's going to be weird.
The castaways are each allowed to invite 2 visitors. Those families and friends are waiting on the mainland to come across to Taransay.
I'm trying not to think about it, do you know what I mean? The fact that my daughter's been here since last night. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that she's probably over on the beach.
Only 2 of Trish Prater's children are with her. Her teenage daughter Joanna chose to stay at home on the Isle of Man.
You don't realise how cut off you are, actually, until you know that, your own flesh and blood's on the other side. It's quite... I actually feel quite sick.
Well, we're all getting very excited here. Waiting for all of our people to come over. And they were meant to be here at 9 o'clock, and it's 5 to 9. I wish they'd hurry up and get here. Can't wait, really can't wait.
The visitors are not allowed to bring any luxuries onto the island. They'll live like castaways for the week.
It's just a checkpoint, really, just to make sure that there's no mobile phones or contraband come onto the island, because as a community we believe strongly there should be no alcohol on this island, no electronic gadgets, nothing to make our life more easier than it is at the moment, really. So we're here to enforce that, aren't we?
Yep, beat them.
Then you can have the more intimate searches.
Oh, yes, please, Rog.
See the way he slipped in that?
It's a very good means of detection.
God, there's loads of them.
Hey, your mum looks fit too from here.
She's nice, isn't she?
Hey, she is. She's a bit of okay, isn't she? How's her arthritis in her hip?
The anticipation's been incredible this morning. Everyone hanging around, anxious, nervous, excited.
It's just sort of, I suppose, standing and watching the boat come in and actually see them on the boat. It'll be really. Seems such a long time since I've seen them. So you don't take much. Students aren't crying me, honestly. I'm terrible. I was even thinking about them. I've not even seen them yet.
After 7 months of isolation, the community is going to meet up with those they left behind.
I guarantee that my mother is going to be more excited. In fact, my whole family are going to be more excited about seeing Inca again than seeing me.
It is, isn't it?
Whoa, look, Inca, aren't you so wonderful? Look how much you've grown. Oh, hello, Ben. Anyway, Inca, oh, look, you've gone brown.
Hello, Inca! Hello, Ben! Oh my God, there's my mom!
We're always crying, Yorkshire. Hello, how's it going?
You got a haircut like mine.
Should we go see the pigs then? Yeah. They've been dying to meet you, man.
This is Jessie.
And that's Henrietta. They're all emotional. We can't find Sheila.
Oh, are they here?
Hilary Freeman is anxious as her family's arrival is delayed.
Oh, I waited so long. Are they really on it? No, they're not.
Bags on the table, Sir Republic. Purpose of your visit to Taransay, please?
Visit Inca.
Visit Inca.
Oh, feel the weight in there.
Ben! Bendy!
Dear
Oh, dear!
You may open it.
It's not.
You may open it and you may look at everything. There's nothing in there
Hold on, what are these? What are these? Magazines.
Yes, look, it's Tatler magazine.
Can we have your mobile phone, please? Thanks, guys.
All right, Mrs. Vogel.
It's time to give the visitors a guided tour and show off the community's achievements. Some guests will be living on the island for the week. Others have decided against it.
Hold your nose. Toilet block.
These are my notes. This is what I made yesterday.
If you want to do a wee, you have to go in the white one. And if you want to do a poo, you have to go in that one.
Thank you.
And if you're doing
Midway.
both at the same time, you have to hop from one to the other. So it's a question of your trousers around your ankles and you're doing a kind of shuffle across the seat to get into the other one.
That's why I'm staying at the hotel
Yes.
tonight.
See, it has been worthwhile, hasn't it?
So this is Bullet Tunnel 1, right?
Is that the little dog one? Yeah. Can we eat it? Wow.
Over there are the layers, so that's where we get all our eggs from.
Right.
And then here, this is death row in here. These are all the ones which are... They're being...
Look at this gate. This is the one I wanted to take home. That Sheila and Peter built. That's incredible. But I don't think I can fit in my crate someday.
Oh, how cute. How much germs does sheep carry? How many germs does sheep carry? Oh.
Runner beans there, sweet corn behind that, and then tomatoes all the way along the back.
Impressive.
And then on this side, we've got tomatoes again, and these are aubergines.
The first piglets were killed. Were they? Why? Why were they killed? Because that's what we have to do. Yeah.
Well, there's no point in having them otherwise.
You've dirty my new sandals.
Cover another...
Oh, what a beautiful home. What beautiful home.
Not bad, is it?
Lovely.
Not bad at all, actually.
Does it? He wrote a little letter down in his She's like...
This is it. That's the pad.
Well. Yes.
What do you think?
Goodness me.
I built my chair. I built this.
Right.
It's a bit on the
And a
wobbly side.
bookcase.
And my bookcase. And my wardrobe.
And a wardrobe. You
And my
built
mirror.
it?
And this is where I'm to.
Yep, that's
To
your bed
sleep
for the next
tonight.
couple of nights. So,
Well,
I've even put a sheet on it. I mean, come on.
yes, it looks lovely.
So you're totally organic here? Totally organic, absolutely organic. The only thing we use is chicken poo to fertilise. And then at the back, you can see along there cucumbers.
Hilary Freeman is still waiting for her family. While for most, the Visitors' Week is a chance to relax and enjoy themselves, for Hilary, it's causing her to question staying on the project. She's seriously considering leaving the island with her family at the end of the week.
My situation is slightly different to most others, isn't it? In that I've left everything. Not everything, but all of them. So it then makes you think, well, is it worth it? Because there's another 5 months to go. And I know I can, well, stand it, but I don't know. It's whether it's worth it in the end. And it wasn't just a year off for me. You know, I didn't think, oh, I just want a year away from them. It was the challenge of, you know, the ethos of the project, really. And it slowly eroded.
Hi, Mum.
I just thought that more of us would be more consistent in terms of trying to achieve all the things that we have to do. Because that was why I came. I thought, achieve as much as you can in a year. Where's Melanie? Oh, didn't Melanie come?
No, she couldn't, Mum.
Oh,
Never mind.
At least we're here, that's the main thing.
oh God, his voice is broken.
you doing?
Thanks a lot. Lovely. Yeah. That was well worth 50 pence, huh?
Hello, sweetheart.
Oh.
Lovely to see you. Hey, come on. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. I want you to stay here. I've got lots of money on you staying here, Hilary, so stay here, whatever you do. I'm going to be a rich man if you stay here, Hilary. Well done.
I think it's been really hard for her, actually. And she's been very, very much on a limb because, you know, we spent a lot of time with Hilary, Liz and I, and Peter and Sheila, and we were sort of very, very close as a group in sort of pod 3. So let's hope Hills doesn't go, because she's $1 million, you know.
The Freemans have a lot to discuss as they head off to join the others. Meanwhile, the visitors get their first taste of island life as they sample some of the homegrown produce. The community is now virtually self-sufficient in meat and vegetables, although resources are stretched this week with the population of the island more than doubled. But not everyone has visitors.
I haven't seen my mum for, well, I was home last year.
That's us then.
She's never seen my 2 younger children, you know, Yone and Aaron. So I would have liked her to see them. But I mean, it was her birthday yesterday and she was 87. And to come all this way again up here, I think it's going to be a bit difficult for her.
For Tammy Huff, it's her mother's poor health that has stopped her family from coming.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. Just to see people with their families and their friends and, I don't know, whoever they invite. And no, I haven't got anyone that week.
Others have a different take on Visitors' Week.
I didn't tell them there was a Visitors' Week now, because it's my year. I wanted to play it the way I want to play it.
Just follow translate.
Having a taster of something's no good. You know what I mean? It's like those, I'd imagine those little slot machines that you put the money in, you look through and you see the woman dancing and then it all goes off and you get another coin out your pocket. So my dad says. So I don't want to be tempted by anything. I'd rather not have it. And then you're running even keel through the system. Like everybody's emotions are up and down and everything in the steading. I think Visitors' Week is going to be good for a lot of people in a sense of there's been a lot of stress around the place, and even it hasn't involved me, it's touched me because I'd like to think I'm a sensitive type of guy in some ways. And people here are now unloading on the family. So once the families go, they'll feel a lot more refreshed, and I think they'll feel as if they've cleaned the plate off.
Tango, 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 Kimni bye bye, Kimni bye bye,
Tammy, however, has had some bad news. She's discovered that her mother is back in hospital.
Yeah, honestly, don't worry.
Upset that her father has kept this from her, she calls the hospital on the emergency phone.
So how bad were you anyway? And I mean the truth now. How bad were you? Yeah. Yeah, but doesn't Dad realise that if anything had happened? Yeah, but if anything had happened, I would not only not forgiven him, I wouldn't have forgiven myself.
But the whole thing since January has not been her usual things. She has bouts every now and then. She goes into hospital. We know how it works. We understand it. And that's all I really thought I'd have to face. And I just thought, well, they'll let me know that she's got a line infection or something. And I'd sort of think in my head, well, that takes so long to recover, and, you know, I'd understand it. But everything she's had this time is totally new.
You just look after yourself, all right? And you just get better.
Tammy is considering leaving the island.
I just think if I can have 24 hours just to walk in and, you know, give my dad a hug and say it's okay. And I just think if I turned up, that Mum would sort of realise she knows how much this whole thing means to me. And if I just turned up, you know, just for 5 minutes and just gave her that hug, I think she'd realise then how much she actually means to me, and I haven't deserted her as well. And I know she doesn't think that really, but I don't know, maybe it would do them both some good. Maybe she'll just get that piece of strength she needs to just go on. I don't know. It's very hard, very confusing, and I just feel 1,000 miles away.
After a few days on Taransay, the visitors reflect on their first impressions.
I don't think I was prepared for the sheer beauty of the island. I'd expected it to be a lot colder, and the beaches they're just incredible. The colours, the scenery, it's all been quite breathtaking.
It is superb. It's really stunning. The location is just basically awe-inspiring.
I can't get over how incredible this island is. To come here and to see your family who has had 7 months to sort of explore an island, and for them to take you to all these special places that they've discovered and show you things that they really show you, plants and stones and rocks and seashells.
There's different types of beaches though, right? These are quite important. We've got
the Spit down
Boy Beach. No, Spit
The
first,
Boy
which
Beach.
is like a big lump of sand sticking out into the sea, right? And then Boy Beach, which obviously has got loads of boys on it. Shell Beach, which is loads of shells and stones. And Black Pipe Beach, which is well exciting, right? We went there today, which was...
Everyone's amazed at the amazing
really
Black
far.
Pipe.
And it's just a little black pipe, basically.
On the beach?
On the beach, yeah.
The people.
Some, shall we say, are fantastic, great, genuine, friendly kind of guys. Others are not, yeah.
I'm very, very impressed with what they've achieved through a lot of adversity.
I think they're doing a tremendous job. They work really hard. They've achieved an awful lot here. The crops, the animals, they've just got it all. They're just doing a tremendous job, and all power to them. I think they're great.
Thumbs up to Taransay.
Brilliant.
But one of the castaways knows all too well about some areas that haven't worked out.
Haven't even had a bite since I've been here in 7 months. None of us has. Don't know why. I think I had more chance of catching a seal than a fish here.
For Gordon Carey, it's more than just the lack of fish that's making him unhappy on the island.
I do not feel part of this community at all. And she's saying to me, well, we should stay. But I'm saying, well, what is the point in staying? You know, when we're having so much pain and so much hurt, we are forever defending ourselves against one thing or the other.
Since the outset, the Careys have had disagreements with the community over food issues, schooling, and lifestyle differences, largely due to their strict religious beliefs as practicing Seventh-day Adventists.
It's very difficult for us on this island, simply because we are here trying to live a Christian life, and we got the whole community looking at us. And as soon as we step out the line, they're going to say, well, you're supposed to be Christian and you're doing this and you're doing that, you know? But, I mean, they don't think about swearing at you. It's not a problem for them, you know? They don't remember, well, these guys doesn't swear, they're Christians, so therefore we won't swear at them. It doesn't stop them at all.
There is a lot of double standard here. Lots of hypocrisy here, and I can't stand it. It's like it's one law for some and it's one law for somebody else, you know? And me somewhere down the back somewhere.
I feel like I'm carrying the whole church on my shoulders as well, you know, because, I mean, I have fellow Adventists looking on and thinking, you know, these guys are doing a good job, or may not be, as the case may be. But I don't feel as if I'm doing a very good job, you know, because at times things here get me so angry, you know, that I could thump somebody, you know, because of their behavior and this sort of stuff. And it's not like me. I'm not a violent person.
I cannot see why all this pain and bad feeling is worth it. What are we going to stay here for the next 8 months for? To put up with more of this nonsense? And if you think this is something else? You know, one thing after the other, after the other, after the other is happening to us. What for? What is the point?
I would have left here if it wasn't for Cassie. I would. I'm telling you, no question about it. I've even written my resignation letter already, and I would have left here. But Cassie's saying, no, let's hang on.
Meanwhile, a few of the visitors are being introduced to the harsher realities of life on the island, the slaughter of a pig.
It might take a bit of time to coast to get it in the right place.
The island's trained slaughterman, Colin, is watched by his son, Mike's twin sister, and Toby's mum, who have all decided to witness it firsthand.
Go. Chain. Slack.
That's dead.
Yeah.
Go, wench!
Is that high enough, Cole?
Exercise, it'll go.
No, that's enough. I've seen it being shot, and that was enough. It was the struggling and the kicking I thought was incredible. And Mike explained it. He said, this is what it's like. So I was expecting it, but of course the reality on this island is always different. So that was it. Never again. But I'll still eat bacon sarnies. Oh dear.
You're ruining my cooking process here. Kill it, cure it, and cook it. And also tan the hides.
I was very impressed in the calm, efficient way it was done. It seemed quite humane. I watched the animal being shot, and then the neck slit, the blood seeping out, and it seemed okay.
Dinner's ready! It's off the hoof. You ready?
It didn't particularly upset me. I just thought it completed the whole cycle of the experience of meat eating for me.
Thank you.
Is that enough?
Yes. Oh God, that's loads. Thank you, million. Yeah.
As usual, we eat like kings and queens.
Tammy's been offered the chance to go home on compassionate leave, but she's been wrestling with a personal dilemma. A visit to her mother would compromise her aim not to leave the island until the end of the project.
This, at the end of the day, is as much as I'm determined to make it through the end of the year and everything else. This isn't worth that many sacrifices. And my family is my family. And I just kept thinking, if I don't have a chance or take up the opportunity, I might regret it one day. I might not. But the point is I could. And just the fact me turning up and just saying hi would just have that effect. And I think it'll have the mental and emotional effect, which will then help physically. It will just be such a booster.
As Tammy prepares to leave, there is one person more concerned about her than most on the island.
I would have done exactly the same thing. I said, well, good on you, go. It's time out for everyone here for a little while. Everyone's getting to see their families here. You know, why shouldn't Tammy? It doesn't matter that she's left. It's really not important. The important thing is to see her mum and to see her dad. No romance. Is this official? Is this the official announcement? I get on incredibly well with Tammy, and maybe there is some romance there, yeah. A few people said to her, will you come back? And she was, of course I'll come back. And yeah, of course she'll come back.
Midway through the week, and the Castaways are making the most of the reunion with family and friends. It's 7 months since Trish was last with her elder daughter, Joanna. Seeing her two girls together again has been thought-provoking.
I never realised how close we were as a family, really, and what you take for granted, you know, when you're at home. And as I said, I felt as if I knew that one of my children were missing, and it was quite weird. And I think if you're feeling low and something happens to you and it puts you in a downer, it's 10 times worse if you know you've got one of your children at home.
That was quite nice, actually.
Yeah. You can get purple muffin shells.
I feel as if part of you's missing. You know, and oh God, yeah, I felt really guilty. And then I thought, gosh, it's, you know, I should really have stayed at home, especially when she was writing me letters, because she'd been counting the days. And she turned into a young woman while I was here as well, so I should have been there for that. But she's coped well. She's my sister, my mum. I've kept her on the straight and narrow. So it'll be hard to let her go on Saturday, I think.
About a month ago, I was really missing Joanna. I just wanted to go home, and I was going to go home with her at the end of this week. But I just woke up one morning and went for a nice long walk by myself, even though I'm not allowed to. And I came back and Mum said, "Do you still want to go home?" And I said no. I'm sure I'll cope with the rest of the year.
Jodie and Joanna are close. And the fact that I think Jodine's grown breasts since she's been here. I don't know if it's the organic food. So, and I think that was a topic of conversation. So I think Joanna will be going home minus her bras as well. So we've just been talking girly talk.
Jodine's accent has changed. Jodine's colour, Jodine's build, Jodine's hair. Everything's changed about Jodine.
Your tan's changed.
Oh, do you have to bring the tan in? Go on, rub it in my face. Give me a week and I would have gone home. I would have went home. I wouldn't have handled it. I'm managing this week with a few obstacles, but no, couldn't have handled it. I'm too used to the town life, like going out, having a social life, going places.
The fact that she actually turned around and said she's so glad she never came, and that she couldn't cope here, it's made me feel a lot better. And the next 5 months will just be... Well, it's the next 5 months, it's heading for home then, isn't it? Really.
A boatload of late arrivals, and there's a surprise in store for Gordon.
That's my sister. My sister's on there. My sister's on there. I don't believe it. I'm my mum. Oh, I can't breathe. I don't believe it.
His West Indian mother was on a rare visit to the UK for medical treatment and was keen to see all her family. With the help of the production team, she has secretly made the trip to Taransay, accompanied by Gordon's sister.
Mum's on there. I'm my sister.
I know she's at the back.
I don't believe it. Where's Cassie?
Probably taking her on for a wee wee.
Oh, my life.
My mum is here.
It's the first time his mother will have seen her grandchildren.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? You know what God, what are you? That's a surprise. We want to the gentleman come here, you know.
This is my little daughter, Yone.
Hello, Yone.
This is my mom. That's my mom.
Hello.
Oh, my
First time you seen Mama? Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on to us as much as you want. Hold on to these two good.
This is a surprise.
Surprise? It's a shock. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Sorry, this is Aaron.
Hello, Aaron.
My little boy.
I'm not even strong enough to lift you.
I know you will.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
That's my mum.
Hello, man.
Can we say hello to Grandma? Yeah.
But it's back to business as usual as the visitors are put to work.
She's done this before.
Enough of that, enough of that.
Yeah, you smarter.
Well, I mean, when he come home to St. Kitts in the West Indies, he used to fish there as well. Both of us, I will go with him and so on, and he fish. He never once catch one.
Excuse me? That is not true.
He never did. He love fishing. He love fishing. But he don't catch anything.
That's not true.
The young visitors have their own story to tell.
What I've liked about this week has been feeding my chickens and playing with my friends and going on the beach collecting shells.
Basically, the only fun things to do are make fires and
Go for
walks. No, the only fun
Compost
thing-
toilets stink.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
The food's really nice though, isn't it? Yeah.
And what I've not enjoyed about this week is I've missed all like McDonald's and supermarkets.
We haven't really showered much because they're always cold.
Yeah, you have to wait for the fire.
You have to wait for
heat
somebody
bloody
to light the
water.
fire in the evening, which that never gets lit.
And I've missed my PlayStation. And I've missed all the packets of crisps and biscuits that we have.
Tammy has been able to spend 2 days with her family, but now has to say goodbye to her mother, having decided it's time to go back to the island.
Just take care of yourself, that's all. That's all I ask, is you take care of yourself and you come back fine.
It lasted 7 months and I look good.
Yeah, I know, you look wonderful. I never expected you to look this good. You really
Expected
do.
me to come back again.
Thinner, yeah, a lot thinner and perhaps a bit
thin.
tired. And
I am tired now.
Just recently, she just became very ill and later discovered, which Dad didn't inform me, was that they at one stage really thought they had lost her or was about to lose her.
the next time Dad tries to not tell me anything, you slap him. This is worse than when you arrived.
I wish I'd been here when I was needed the most, but I'm here for both of them and it's worked. So Family's everything and I'm here. And I've had the 2 days I wanted. I've given her the hug I wanted to give her, 3 months ago when she was in the last time. So, you know, if anything happens from now on in, I know I've done what I could.
Hilary has reached a decision with her family.
It's difficult for me really to know what's gone on here. And I just said to Hilary, just take a step back and just think about a decision that you might regret later. Just give it a little more time. You know, don't be too sentimental because we're here.
I have decided, rather than rush into it and leave, as I thought I might, with them going back, that I ought to give it another month and just see how things go.
You're all right actually now, aren't you? It's just your...
I mean, I have enjoyed it and I've always been positive. It's just that I think that the project turned out to be something almost totally different to what I'd imagined it would be. The ideals of the project, breaking the rules, all that sort of thing, that I didn't really want to do.
Love to know.
Yep, okay.
I suppose for me, if you'd have just dumped us here and said get on with it, I'd have loved it.
Yeah.
You know, with hardly anything.
Well, it can be arranged.
I mean, I'd like to think I'd be able to do the full year, because that's what I intended. No, I'll be all right, I know. Well, I think I will. Just didn't want to see that let them see me being really upset. I mean, obviously I miss them, you know. Oh, we'll have to see. I'm all right, really, I think. I don't know. I don't know whether I am. I don't know, really. But I'm a lot better than I was.
Yeah, for seeing them?
Yeah, miles better. Really pleased. Yeah. Just being able to talk to someone else. Yeah.
The right decision to stay?
I don't know, do I? What do you think?
With Tammy ready to return from the mainland, her commitment to the island has been reinforced by her visit home.
Let's get back to the island. I'm now happier and content. Let's breathe a sigh of relief and let's get on with it. Paybell, I've missed you. Community, I've missed you. And there's a certain somebody that I've missed immensely. Toby and I have just a friendship from the start, right from the advance party. Just a connection with laughter and senses of humour that just moved on and on and on. He had a beard, but the friendship was there, the humour, and the beard come off, and the friendship continued, and something just sparked, I think, somewhere. At what point on both sides, I don't know. And the friendship went deeper and we became best buddies. And then somewhere along the line again, where it just developed in us two sort of, what's the phrase, boyfriend and girlfriend, being together, moving forward, I don't know. An item.
As Tammy rejoins, it's time for friends and family to depart.
It's been great and it looks fantastic. They have achieved a community, which was the main point of the project, that from Joe Public's point of view. I think the way they work together, they look after each other, the kids look out for each other, what they have built, what they have grown, the things that some of them have overcome, whether it's slaughtering a pig, they can now watch it. People know things about plants they didn't know. I have learnt an incredible amount since I've been here. I'll probably forget it as soon as I get home. I hope to remember a lot of it, but I think what people have gained is going to see them through life in a completely different way.
Normally you sort of say, oh, well, I'll see you in a month, whatever, or I'll phone you when you get home, and it's like you can't do that. So I can't check in if he's got home all right or anything until the next post run. So that's quite weird. But it has made it home today, definitely, because you shared it. And he said himself, when you get the letters now, he can visualise it and understand what I'm saying.
As they say goodbye to their London friends, Des and Liz realise how much they've learnt from the Castaway experience.
We were walking, and we were like 200, 300, 400 yards behind them, and they were, because like, we've got trains to catch, we've got this to catch, and they've just not got out of there, they need...
We were busy looking at slugs and mink and all that sort of thing.
Otters,
Nice, yeah.
and they just need to learn to slow down. I mean, they've got to chill out. I mean, you've just got to relax and take your time on this island, 100 miles an hour. I mean, they're mad.
Quite hard seeing your family and then knowing that they're going back to normal life as such. Although this for me is now normal life. So in fact they're going back to the weird world, and I'm staying here. See you in 5 months.
I came here feeling quite sad about you being here, but now I'm happy that you came. Good. Okay, to now.
The weather takes a turn for the worse as the week comes to an end, and the last boatloads of visitors head for home.
It's lovely to touch them, cuddle them. That's the main thing. So we're happy, they're happy, and so it's really beautiful. So we can just forge forward now and see the last bit in.
And we're not going home, really, are we? We don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. Jonathan, my little lad, doesn't want to go home.
The castaways find the farewells difficult as they face up to being on their own again. Between them, Gwyneth and Patrick have 10 children. Having said goodbye once, Gwyneth now has to let 3 of her daughters go again. And the moment Trish has been dreading finally arrives.
My sister went this morning, and I'm missing her already. I've just gone through 2 stages of crying, and I don't want to go through any more.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
For Gordon and his family, there are mixed emotions. Their dream is to learn enough from the project to return to the West Indies and set up home. But they're not sure this dream is sufficient to hold them on the island.
I wish I was on the boat with him. Sad.
Never mind, I've got another 5 months to go and hope I make it.
I suppose there's a slight feeling of deflation here after the excitement and the bustle of last week. But it'll pass. something else will come along and it'll grab our attention, and it'll hold it for as long as it does, and then it'll pass and something else will come along and do the same. That's the way we move from one peak to the next via trough, boredom, or just relative peace. Doesn't really matter. That's the way it seems to work here. Waves of events. I'm just wondering what the next one's going to be.
I'm escaping!
4 weeks after Visitors' Week, Hilary Freeman decides that she would rather be with her family and leaves the project.
Since Visitors' Week, I just think about home. So even though some of it wasn't as I expected, I'm not really bothered about that anymore. Just want to go home.
Cheers for Hillary! See you, Hills. Go get him, miss you.
I think it's quite sad that Hilary's had to leave because there wasn't a strong enough tie on the island, a community spirit to hold her here. And her family obviously has a bigger pull than us, and I think that was quite telling that she feels there isn't a strong enough bond here with the community to keep her on the island, which in itself is a little bit sad. So I think that reflects badly on the community in a sense, because we are such a dysfunctional group in lots of ways.
Shortly after Visitors' Week, the Careys also decided that they'd had enough. Despite Cassie's determination to stay, a final argument over accusations that they were being selfish with food was the last straw.
It's all changed because I want to go home with him as well. Because of the arguments and about things that goes on around here. You know what I mean? I don't want to be here arguing about chicken or what to eat and what you can't eat, or what you can take out of the larva or what you can't take out of there. You can't have an egg if you know, or you can't go in the chicken shed and have an egg. You know, I don't want that. That's not me. I'm not here for that. At first I thought I'll be able to hack it here, but I can't. I really can't.
And Cassie was there in the midst of it all, breaking her heart, and they're going on about stupid bloody chickens. And they're leaving.
I've never felt as though I was a part of this community. Although I try very hard to fit in. And I try my best. There's some people here I get on very well with, and there's some that I don't get on with at all.
I just feel it was an opportunity, the biggest opportunity ever here. With so many different people, different walks of life, different religion, different beliefs, different colour. And why the hell couldn't we have made a go of it? I feel quite ashamed. I really do.
It's sad because, to me, I feel like a failure. I felt like I've actually failed. I suppose that is the worst thing you can feel. You can feel when things doesn't work out, when things don't work out the way you wanted it to work out.
I suppose I'm a bit worried that people will think that the majority in the middle has edged out or forced out the minorities, and I don't think that's the case at all.
It's a shame that they left, and I think they put a lot of blame at other people's doors, such as, we don't feel part of this community and that sort of thing. And I find it funny, really, because we all started off in this game together, and we've all had to make the community what it is. And the idea of someone being part of it and another person not being part of it isn't really an idea I relate to, because to me it's about everyone making an effort and making themselves part of it.
Just don't think we're all a crowd of dominating bastards, because we're not. We're just trying to function together as a community, and it's not always easy.
All my life! This is just an elaborate plan to go fishing, isn't it?
Gordon, there's one there!
Gordon's gone fishing. Gordon's fishing. Caught no fish. Caught no fish. Try again tomorrow. Try again tomorrow. Splash, splash, splash. Splash, splash, splash.
The community is now down to 29 members, with 4 months of the project left and another winter approaching. But some things have already been improving.
Good evening, Gordon.
Good evening, Gord, wherever you may be.
Yeah. Me and Cole had a little fishing trip today.
One of many, I may say.
Yeah. But, gold badge today, mate. Went out on our new boat. Built by Des.